Alrighty, I am back, and today we are here talking about two things. The first thing we're going to talk about is our thoughts on Adi Shankar acquiring Duke Nukem out of the thin blue for some reason. I'm going to give my opinion on that, and I'm going to give my opinion on Shankar's social media presence and what I think of people giving him sort of engagement and opinions and takes from there. And I'm gonna give my overall thought process on that because I did talk about the DMC anime show that he did, and I told people that I did like that show, and I know there's a lot of people that didn't like that show, but I was one of the few that liked it. So I want to just talk about this whole subject, and maybe you'll understand where I'm coming from. I know people will probably not like this video, but hopefully you have some understanding as to what my perspective is after I talk about it. Number one, Duke Nukem, acquiring Duke Nukem. I've played only like 2 Duke Nukem games. I wouldn't say it's before my time. I've played Duke Nukem Time to Kill, and I've played Duke Nukem 3D. And from what I understand, Duke Nukem is a character where this man is like just your super duper 80s machismo blend macho man. The combinations of Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, Ash Williams from Evil Dead, just your very macho, outlandish character. He comes in to kick ass, chew bubblegum, and he's all out of bubblegum from They Live, all that stuff. They put this character as a big amalgamation of a very macho character. And he goes around and he blows away alien pig cops, and he gets the babes at the end of the day, and he gives them money so they can shake their ass. That is the definition of Duke Nukem from everything I saw and played and witnessed, and it's a cool boomer shooter, really. From all accounts of Shankar getting his hands on Duke Nukem, I think his style was always outlandish, edgy, out there, dark. So we will see how it goes upon him getting this character, you know, the character talking shit or whatever. I think that Dante has some good zingers in the DMC anime show, and I think that could be crafted for Duke Nukem in particular, because I mean, in my personal opinion, I'm going to be real with you, Duke is not a hard character to get right as long as you keep the core personality. Any changes, alterations, or what people are saying as quote-unquote softening up the Duke, that will be probably questionable. That will be something that people will criticize if he does that. I believe that Duke needs to be Duke. He needs to be kick-ass, badass, fucking tearing alien pigs apart, that whole biz. If you get that one aspect right, which is not the hardest thing to do compared to something like Dante, where it's a lot more layers to the character, a little bit of substance here or there. Duke is just supposed to be a badass, and that's it. They talk shit, take no prisoners type of personality. If you do that, then Duke Nukem will be readily fine, in my personal opinion. I honestly think all you need to do, which is equivalent to 80s action movies, machismo, drama, playing up just a bunch of dumb shit, is just get that tone right, get that all settled, get the character settled, and put it into this world that's believable, and I think that would be perfectly fine. If anything, I know Duke Nukem is violent, bloody, the DMC anime is violent, bloody, gory, and I think that transition would work well for the Duke, in my honest opinion, because Shankar has shown that DMC got pretty fucking violent with the show, maybe sometimes excessively, but that is perfect for Duke Nukem, in my honest opinion. That's a bit of a different take for me. I think that would be personally fine because it transitions over well. In this game, you're blowing people in half, you're fucking shooting people with a shotgun, you're throwing money at bitches. It's just, it is what it is. That's what Duke Nukem is in terms of core thematics, and if they keep some of that at least, and they have the character stand on his own 2 feet, it'll be fine. But I'm gonna judge the show like everyone else. I do like the choices between, hey, maybe I'll pick John St. John as Duke Nukem, which, I mean, he was Duke Nukem in the games for the longest time. That will be a no-brainer, and no wonder he won the poll. Ron Perlman was also not really a bad choice. I liked him in Hellboy, pretty much. I almost said Hellblade. Okay, I was like, that ain't the same shit. But I liked him in Hellboy, and I thought he embodied that well. You know, the stoic, tough badass. He would be a little bit more braggart and eccentric and out in the open with this. But I think those are some good voice choices, and I hope they migrate all the love and care and detail from that, and it transitions over well into the characters. The last thing I have to talk about is Shankar's social media presence and the fans that interact with him. Now, after DMC, and I'm gonna try to summarize this as best as I can, there was this big fallout between Shankar and the fan base, and the fan base leaning to, you are disrespecting DMC, you disrespected the character, why are you talking like this, and saying that you're killing all IP, you're taking generational IP, Shankar is beefing with YouTubers, just a bunch of drama shit, right? And you would say maybe that's from the outset a bad look going into it. And the stuff with Apu, and he's saying Apu is gone, erased, all because of me and my genius. For 15 years I've been reshaping the culture while everyone chased trends. I'm not part of the conversation, I am the conversation. All this wrestling talk, I know the people who watch wrestling would get what I mean. And all of this grandstanding and all of this rage baiting culminating and making a lot of people on Twitter angry. Number one is that Twitter is a terrible social media platform. I know Shankar has said things where he got ratioed or community noted or things of that nature, and that's understandable. That's gonna happen between time to time, even if you rage bait. But I do believe that Twitter is a bad platform for conversation. It's mostly for people just fucking going at it and being in a cage match and arguing all day long 24/7. So that's another place where you really can't have a bunch of fundamental conversation for far too long, because it's gonna go to shit eventually. And then the second thing is Shankar is a troll. All right, I understand people might say at this point, oh, he's not trolling, he's taking it all seriously. I don't think all of these posts are taken seriously. I think this dude is just trolling and doing it for engagement because he knows most of these people are angry and upset and just giving angry replies, so he's fucking with them, right? And you know the cardinal rule when it comes to trolling: don't feed the trolls. I get so fucking tired of seeing like a bunch of videos of creators just making Adi Shankar videos over and over and over and over again, and they're taking it seriously and they're getting upset or they're questioning it, and I'm like, dude, don't question it and don't feed them. Like, it's just like, am I the only one who has that sort of mentality and philosophy? Like, why are you giving a troll attention? It's going to make the troll feel full. It's going to make the troll into a glutton. You are feeding him a free meal, right? You don't have to like Shankar, you don't have to like his work, but I see so many people working themselves up over a guy saying that he's killed all of their IPs when he doesn't own every IP in the universe. It's just, when you think outside the box, he's clearly fucking with a lot of y'all. Like, and you keep feeding into it because you are in your emotions, you are feeling some type of way, you might want your voice to be heard, and this is the only way to do it, but you are getting jebaited. And I keep thinking this and I keep saying this, like, I doubt 90% of this man's timeline, he's taking all of this shit serious. Maybe there's the 10% when it came to that Bounding in Comics post about him saying that, oh, I was misquoted, when that was really him. It's like, no, those are your words, dude. You said that in an interview with Kenny Omega. There's no way you can fake that. Therefore, yes, I think him coming out to defend himself there, it's weird and suspect, because those are words you just said. But people just taking all this seriously, him saying, oh, I'm gonna get this IP and I guess you're gonna have to deal with it. It's just, why? If he doesn't have said IP that he was talking about, I think one of the posts, I can't find it. If I could find it, I swear to God, I would show you. But Shankar was talking about taking Metal Gear as a brand, taking other brands, Metal Gear, just other games in general. I think one of them was a Nintendo game. I'm sure people who saw this thread probably seen it. A lot of Nintendo IPs, all that stuff, and he said he's going after those. That's just a fucking joke, man. You know how expensive some of these IP acquisitions for some of these animes and movies probably are? Like, imagine someone trying to Thanos collect all of them. That's probably millions, 10 millions, billions of fucking dollars. You gotta think about it logically. I think Shankar takes an IP from a company, maybe one or the other or something like that, takes one, and then they say go right ahead. But I doubt it's all of them. I do think there are companies out there, probably like Nintendo, who do watch how their IPs are portrayed and represented, and I don't think that he's just making this veiled comedic rage bait threat, and for some reason people get suckered into it like mice going to cheese. I don't fucking get it. I don't understand it. Like, when are people going to understand the comical, troll-like, and satirical nature of this dude and what he is posting? Like, you have to understand, it's just rage bait one way or the other. And I think it's fine to understand it. I think it's fine to not laugh at the joke, quote unquote, but getting angry at it to go with this big back and forth and all this other bullshit, I just don't understand how that works. I don't understand that logic in particular. Why you're going back and forth with a troll and you are feeding him? You people are feeding him. I always see that guy Zero, who does the Devil May Cry stuff. He keeps saying, I'm not going to make videos about Shankar, but he makes 5 or 6 or 7 fucking videos. So, you know, that logic is past the point of no return at that rate, right? I mean, I'm sure people understand that, right? It's just like, you stop feeding the troll and he goes away. He stops being annoying to you. Tune him out. But some people can't do that, and I think that is the critical issue. And I'm not saying that you can't dislike a show. Once again, people are going to misinterpret this as, oh, Renegade is saying I can't dislike Duke Nukem. It's not out yet, by the way. Or I can't dislike DMC. That's out. Kudos to you. You disliked it, I liked it. That's fine. We're differing people in this world. There's always going to be people with differing thought processes and mind processes and opinions on shit, all right? Especially in nerd media. But I'm just thinking a lot of people are having their leg pulled, and you don't feel the weight, the pressure, the gravity at this point. Like, when are you gonna wake up and understand some of this shit being said is obviously really fucking stupid and it's just for attention, and I'm falling for it every step of the way. I don't get it. As my phone goes off. just so sorry about that. But I'm gonna wrap up this video here. Do I think Adi Shankar is the devil? No. I think he's just someone who expresses himself by trolling on social media a whole fucking lot, and there is a lot riding on Devil May Cry Season 2 and even a bit riding on Duke Nukem. Personally, I think if they incorporate the violence and stay true to Duke Nukem being a badass, then it's gonna be perfectly okay. DMC was bloody, gory, and I think Duke is something that embodies all that violence put together, and with a Arnold Schwarzenegger like, I mean, if they nail that, then that's fine. Cheesy one-liners. I don't think Duke is a complex character at all in terms of getting it right. I think you just need the core fundamentals, and that's fine. And half of it has already been kind of met with the Maddox. As for DMC and all this stuff and all these people falling for Shankar, it's just, and then like even he says to the guy with the apology argument, because it was going back and forth, right, with him taking over Duke and being like, I don't know. And he gave him praise and love and support. So I do think that underneath all the trolling and bravado, there's just a guy who wants to have a conversation with people. Maybe, you know, the misunderstood weird gothic kid in the back of the room is one of those people. But when you talk to him on some kind of level, it's not as bad as you probably would think. Again, there is a lot of labels out there on social media that people like to throw, and I think it's just bullshitting half the time and trying to have a laugh, you know. And I don't think that people should take it 100% serious. You can decide not to like it, but getting all mad and upset and trying to stomp your feet, just being all angry, it's like, oh no, my IP, he's going to take Metal Gear. It's like, what the fuck? This is just a big symptom of fear-mongering 101, and he's preying on that. He says this, and then you think it's going to become a reality, and there's no official news on some fucking Metal Gear anime by Adi Shankar. Like, dude, some of you people just I swear to God, you can get the wool pulled over your eyes by the most basic misinformation and rage bait. I swear to God, it's so fucking funny that you could just fall for the littlest fucking veiled threat and you think it's true. Like, it's not. Until it actually happens, that's when you reserve judgment. But until then, it's just a lot of talking out of his ass. All right, like, calm down. Maybe unfollow, do what you need to do in order to not see his feed, and just stop watching his TV shows and show your discontent from there by having actions actually speak louder than words do. Anyway, I am Renegade Operative. I am signing out. This is just something I wanted to say and get off my chest, and all this other stuff. Like, come on, like, Adi coming next for your beloved IP, and then he fucking retweets some artwork or whatever, like, from people. Like, dude's just a troll, man. I think this is just a bunch of trolling shit, honestly. DMC is gonna be fine whenever Capcom gets off their ass and they decide, hey, 10 million sold, let's make another Devil May Cry game. They really should at this rate. I understand the frustration from there. It's also another small side. I believe DMC fans are frustrated because not only did they not like the anime, but it's probably just due to not having a game present right now to play and talk about that you actually do appreciate. And I get some of the ire and frustration here, which is probably why you are doing these back and forths with Shankar. But another thing that I look at is that you should at least try to evoked some sort of happiness that this anime made the games sell, and that's a positive thing. That's a positive thing at the end of the day, is that there is more of an eye on DMC than ever before, and this is impressive. It's really good that it surpassed like 10 million and transmedia marketing came through and whatnot. Like I said, that's a +1, and now Capcom needs a new creative head, because you can't just manufacture a robots like Insuno overnight and try to clone him and make him do another Devil May Cry. Insuno's gone. There's a lot that they have to do, and they have to see a new head of DMC in order to take over the games. That's what I'm suspecting. There's large shoes to fill. They got Kamiya there. He's talking about how he wants to do a DMC 1 remake. Fine. If that happens, fine. And if it's good, I'll play it, and fucking it'll be like every other DMC that I own in my library right now. I'm not really worried as a fan like some other people that are just spiraling off the deep end and saying it's never happening. That's like, we don't know the future. I guess we will wait and see. Let's wait and see until the next Resident Evil boom is over. Probably not. But this is a good thing. I'm very happy that DMC5 did as well as it did, and those numbers, I mean, sometimes the company they care about those numbers. So once they get their heads in order, I think Capcom could do anything at this rate, and there's going to be a lot of surprises going into 2027, probably 2026 as well. We got other shit coming out, and 2028. Like, just be patient, and hopefully it's not another 10 to 15 years. That's the minimum I'm hoping for. It's not like another goddamn 10 years until another Devil May Cry. Then I can understand the ire and frustration from there. But yeah, I'm signing out for real this time. I've yapped on for a minute. This is not just a 10-minute video that I hoped, but at least I got all of my frustrations out, and I got some of my opinions on this out. Like, people just falling for this shit every day, every single day. Every single day it's the same people getting angry and upset, and I don't think Shankar has infinite money to grab every IP in the book. That's just intimidation tactics bullshit 101, fucking trolling. And the last thing is that people compare this to Adi Shankar and to Meme, and I think that's a little bit disingenuous. I mean, Tamim did not like the fan base whatsoever when they were coming at him, and he was quick to say fuck you. Tamim was not being satirical to the fan base whatsoever. He legitimately fucking hated the guts of the people that went after DMC, and it reflected in the sales. It definitely did. I don't think that Shankar is being 100% serious, like I said, and I don't know. I wish all of this was rooted in some type of human to human discussion, and trying to understand and see through some misunderstandings and have a topical conversation about Devil May Cry from there, even Duke Nukem. But I don't think it's going to happen on this platform because, like I said, this platform is a piece of garbage. So for real this time, I'll see you guys next time. Later.